step till you arrive here, Zagreus. Then I will probably ignore you like the rest. Just warning you ahead of time, all right?
Lately, son of Hades, I have sensed what I would call a sort of shift within your father's residence. Did something noteworthy occur, perhaps? Respond.
Master Chaos, it's Persephone, my mother. She's returned. She's chosen to return. So, things feel different, certainly, with her around, although I didn't feel any sort of shift.
You may not sense these shifts as I. The lightness of this space bends and adjusts with time. What you describe, it must have been the cause. I trust the occasion is a welcome one, and I am pleased that you returned nevertheless.
What do you know?
Your mother has returned to us already, Zagreus. And still you're going to keep battling your way out, past me and everything up there. Why?
Father says there's no escape from here, and I like to repeatedly show him he's wrong. Besides, I think getting out there a bit from time to time does me some good.
Sounds like you found yourself a steady line of work. Most jobs just need doing. If this one gives you some fulfillment, stick to it. Now come on.
I've got a keen eye, boss, so I happen to notice you've got a certain tooth you're carrying about. No, you're in the land of the dead and all, but don't you think that comes across as just a little odd?
What? He meant Skelly's tooth? Master Chaos, it's little wonder all existence sprang from you, because I see the noble qualities in so many I've met embodied in you. Please accept this gift.
If it is unclear yet, son of Hades, I shall not be giving more to you in exchange for your repeated offerings. You give them to me knowing it shall serve no purpose and achieve no end. I know that there are some among both mortals and your kind for whom this is quite unacceptable.
Asterius, Theseus.
Asterius and I shall smite you back into the lowest depths of hell!
All right, this is it.
Confronting you like this, it's different now. Still, it is a responsibility just as before. There is to be no escape from my realm. Ultimately, I must see to that myself.
That's the spirit, Father. As for me, I find the candor of our interactions here to be rather refreshing, I must say. Especially the interactions between my weapons and your physique. You're tough, but you're an easy target.
And you are scrawny, though slippery, blast you. All that pent-up rage behind your smiling words. Come, unleash it once again. I expect you to go all out. To the death. I'm not as limber as I used to be, while you... Let's do this again.
I did it. Blood. Got it. Caught me a trout.
Thus, having once more gained at the surface of his grim-faced father's realm beneath the earth, resourceful Zagreus makes his way toward the one-time abode of radiant Persephone. It is a journey of considerable distances, which he has already completed many times, and which has always ended in the same result. So, imagine he made it there with just time enough to water the crops and tidy up a bit before...
I'm sure Mother's cottage is perfectly fine. Mother's not here now, huh?
You're late with your report, Hypnos. Again. Again! The dead, of course, can wait, but I'm less patient. Now explain yourself to me.
Oh, well, let's see. I woke up, I don't know what time it was, and I made sure that every shade had been accounted for, just like I always do, except I couldn't find my list at first. Can you believe it? I thought maybe my brother played a little prank, and so...
Get to the blasted point already. I don't have all day or night. Your report, where is it?
Sure, I was just getting to it, Master. My list, I found it over by the lounge. It was inside, but I am not the one who put it there, no sir. So I've been making positively sure it's not been tampered with, that it has everybody's name, cause of death, place of birth, former body weight, any previous allergies or medications.
Enough! Blood and darkness, that's enough from you. Just see to it the ledger of the dead is accurate, and get back to your post. Would that you could be more like your brother.
You've done it now, Hypnos. Say, Orpheus, I heard what must have been a song of yours. It went something something in the blood. You know that one? It was amazing, mate.
Oh, that one. Yes, I know. I mean, it was a favorite, I was told, by those who listened to the music I created with my muse. It was a most productive time back when we were alive.
Would you ever sing it again?
I highly doubt it, no.
Skillfully executed work. Congratulations on your new responsibilities, my child. So you have reason to rise from here to the surface still.
It's more of a formality, I think. My responsibilities, such as they are, remain quite similar to those that got me to this point. But thank you, Nyx. It's strange to think that I can serve the house by trying to break from it time after time.
There can be no escape. Your father wishes that this reputation spread, so that the mortals in the Shades never attempt what you were able to achieve.
Well, it does beat standing around in my chambers aimlessly. And I dare say it feels rather good not to feel utterly incompetent for a change.
It is an honor to be working with you, child.
Likewise, Nyx.
I never thought I'd see the Queen again. I still can't quite believe she's back. And staying? Is that really your doing?
It's her doing, not mine. So you know her. Because you could have told me about her, who she was to me.
Don't know her all that well. But I do know Nyx. And I've been bound to secrecy as part of my oath to this house. I flay oath breakers and liars, Zagreus. Wouldn't do for me to be no better than them now, would it?
No, I suppose not. So what does this mean for Nyx now that she's back? Or for you, for that matter?
The Queen always gave Nyx her space. Your father, though. I don't know what it'll be like for him if she decides to stick around this time.
Hope to find out. Hey, sir. Meant to say I hope I didn't get you into too much trouble after letting me in Father's bedchambers.
Think nothing of it, lad. It was a risk I was willing to take. And for his part, your father looked the other way on that one. Though I did not expect you to get free rein to go there as you please.
Mother can be quite persuasive.
It's you. So between us, all you're attempting to break out of here, over and over, you're now authorized to keep that up? Exposing weaknesses in underworld security, huh?
Something like that. I guess I've gotten pretty decent about escaping from a place that's known for being inescapable. Lets me keep in touch with the other side of the family. Work with you from time to time.
I have to say, I never thought I'd hear you talking about looking forward to working, Zag. You feeling all right? Spending too much time on the surface, maybe?
Oh, I'm feeling fine. I never thought I was much good at anything, but if my fated purpose is to be a master of frustrating Father's efforts to make everything strictly perfect, I think I'm okay with that.
Well then, I'll be looking forward to working with you in a more official capacity, even if we're still supposed to keep it all under wraps, for sake of appearances. See you out there.
Bye, Than.
About time you showed up.
Skelly, how do you know all this stuff, by the way? I mean no offense, but you're a skeleton who just stands around. Yet you have this wealth of knowledge of the underworld.
Hey, I know people, pal. We'll just have to leave it at that. Now let's see you break some of these bones, huh?
If I must.
Hooray, you did it, pal.
What'd I get?
I just knew you had it in you, pal. Enjoying your new prize? Pack the punishment, smack the punishment, no problem. Know what I mean? Of course, that was just the easy one you got there. Pretty sure I could have got that one myself.
Wait, just so I understand, I literally toiled through hell and back, and my reward is just a statue of you. Don't get me wrong, it's lovely, it's just... I don't know what I expected.
Look, boyo, there was a little mix-up when we put in the request for that thing, see? I told him to make something that'll make me look good with my sources, and anyway, that's how it all turned out. The other ones turned out much better, though, you'll see.
I'll temper my expectations just in case.
This is where you belong. You feel out of place? Where would you even go? What would you have me do? Your place is here.
He's right. Hello, Lord Ares.
Ah, my kin. I sensed fresh bloodshed from you recently, the real kind. For you have slain the living near the surface, have you not? Mere vermin, yes, but good enough for me.
Oof.
Tell me something, son of Hades. If the one who called herself Persephone is back, then why do you continue to return? Respond.
Master Chaos, it seems I've developed something of a talent around breaking out of here. Or there, I mean, the underworld. So, it's become more of an official role for me, I guess. If escape shouldn't be possible, then someone needs to find the gaps.
Indeed. And you shall visit with me still, despite accomplishing the principal object of your journey back when first we met. Good.
Lord Uncle Zeus.
Nephew, I have somewhat of a favor I must ask. You tell your father, if you so happen to run into him again, that his brother Zeus forgives him and would like to reconnect and welcome him into the family again. You tell him for me, hmm?
You've come to know your Uncle Zeus by now, correct? Just want to let you know, good Zeus gets very busy on the regular. So you just stick with me. I've always time for you, nephew.
Don't spend it all in one place.
You're well familiar with my professional associate there with the boat. Source of the recently departed gotta make it over to the underworld somehow. Part of my job. I bring them in, he takes them down.
Ahoy, what's new of late? So, all this time, Prince, when you were battling up to the surface and all that, you were searching for her, weren't you? The Queen?
I was. Although, between us, sir, it's important that you keep that one a secret, please. Did you happen to meet her ever?
Well, just the one time, briefly, when your father decided to put me here. And you have my word, of course, about the surface stuff. Makes sense to me.
Thank you, mate.
See you again, right?
I'm here, Meg.
I can't believe it. You signed the Pact of Punishment. Have you completely lost your mind, or just trying to insult me?
Well, if you're going to be so rude about it, maybe a little of each. Though what do you even care which pacts I sign or don't?
I'm not an idiot. I see what you're doing. You want to be punished? Then come on.
Hi. You're just in time, Your Royal Majesty. Got something real good cooking right here that you're gonna love. You hungry? Yeah?
Am I ever? You're always so generous. And you're always cooking. And singing. Do you have many guests come by? Your place seems somewhat off the beaten path.
What, you think I get a lot of guests here? No, but I like cooking anyway. It's like singing in a way. Keep getting better the more you try. Turns out a bit different each time.
choose to challenge me again, not many in Elysium so dare, then I accept.
Wait, I never challenged you. The entrance to your chamber looks like any other pathway in Elysium. I have no quarrel with you, sir.
To step into my chamber is to challenge me. It is a custom since the time I lived and breathed in darkness. I will send you into such a darkness now.
What qualifies a man to this eternity in so-called paradise? Even in death, there is no justice. I knew so many peaceful, decent men, but none, of course, are here. Instead, it is the warriors, the kings, the slayers, great men. The standard for greatness is low indeed. But anyway, why would you waste a proper vintage on the likes of me? Questions that are better left unanswered, I would guess.
If this eases your burden even for a little while, then it's in good hands as far as I'm concerned.
What is it this time, stranger? You're quite effective at locating me, but not so good at leaving me in peace.
Just on one of my little jaunts through paradise is all, sir. Happened to be on the way toward my destination.
You think this place a paradise? At least down in the depths there are so many other souls with whom to share one's misery. No offense. I know that you're just passing through.
Got here as quickly as I could.
It grew distinctly colder just as you arrived. So Demeter has been in contact with you then. That witch. Tell me how much she knows.
What? I don't... Wait, this everlasting winter, it's her doing, isn't it? Why? Don't mortals die when it's cold? Sounds like a lot of extra work for you.
Then you are ignorant. Keep it that way with her, lest you risk everything, you understand? The consequences would be far worse than a foul stretch of weather. But enough talk now. I shall keep coming back, the same as you. Blast.
In the name of Hades. Found you.
Once more, tenacious Zagreus achieves his lofty goal. And just as every time before, except with some sort of new twist of fate, perhaps, he goes a little distance, then he dies.
Feels like it's been a while, everybody. Hey, I know you.
Our work is never done.
Persephone, my queen. It has been far too long. Although the passing of the time was very kind, it is an honor to see you again.
Oh, please, Nyx. No formalities between us, right? It's wonderful to see you too, my friend. The days there on the surface, they were very different, but the nights... I was reminded of our times together here.
Good times, I trust.
Good times, most certainly. I try not to remember the others.
We are pleased to have you back. Although it shall be a difficult adjustment for you once again, I fear. For all of us.
Well, having built a little house all by myself up there, I think I'm up for anything. You know what it's like.
I do.
Father, look. Lord Uncle Zeus, I've been in contact with him, and he wishes to make peace. He asked for me to tell you he forgives you for whatever happened.
My brother Zeus forgives me. Zeus forgives me. How dare that blasted little brat? His beard may be luxurious, but he's as much a child as are you. Forgives me, bah.
What did you do? What happened between you?
None of your business. Go on now and frolic with that lord uncle of yours, the both of them. And don't you ever speak of him to me again. You hear me?
Loud and clear.
Pray tell me something, Zagreus. How is she lately, Eurydice, I mean. Her hair? Fall colors or full bloom? Her poise? As proud and supple as the oak?
She's all right, Orpheus. Seems comfortable within her little place in Asphodel. The only thing that seems to bother her at all is when I mention you. Is there nothing you can do to patch things up?
Alas, I cannot change the past, my friend. So no. As you can plainly see by now, I'm dead to her. Rightfully so, at that.
But that's just a technicality. I mean, you're here, she's there. So what if you're not breathing anymore? You have all eternity ahead of you. Don't you want to see her again?
Don't I want to see my Eurydice again? Why, yes. That more than anything, my friend. Provided she wanted to see me. I tried once to disturb her everlasting rest, as you well know, and that did not pan out as I had hoped.
You're not making this easy, Orpheus. The head chef always wants fish. Chef. Until next time.
You're getting somewhere with that codex, lad. I'm pleased to see it. My duties to the house have meant that lately, I can't travel quite as much as once I did.
I'll try to travel for the both of us, Achilles. I've seen so little other than these walls.
Your Highness! Oh, Prince! Persephone! Your mother, wow, wow! It's no wonder you wanted to try to find her. She's something else. Although, I guess you didn't know that till you met her, huh? But still.
It's definitely an adjustment with my mother here, especially for her. I'm glad the two of you are getting on all right. I guess things will be different now, but hopefully it's for the better, isn't it?
Are you kidding? Didn't mean to be so rude. It's just, I think it's definitely better now. We're like a complete team.
I guess we are. It's locked.
Turn yourself around.
I like the sound of this. Work approved, and here's the fee, good contractor. Contractor, work approved. A fine display of dead meat seems very much in theme, I have to say.
You ought to be displayed with all the rest.
Here's the commission. Should make the climate in the lounge a bit more comfortable for some of us.
You wish for warmth? Go visit Asphodel.
That definitely came to pass. Was this lot the best you have, Father? Knight, protect me. We can't do that yet. Phew, felt that. Say, Skelly, how'd you get here anyway?
You know, just kind of zapped right in like Papa lets us do. Some of us sometimes. Why do you ask?
I meant, how did you get to the realm of the dead in the first place? Lord Hermes whisk you to the entryway? Thanatos scoop you up? Charon give you a lift? What?
Oh, well, that's a little personal, don't you think, boyo? I don't like to talk about it much. So, if I could have a little privacy?
Goddess Athena.
The goddess Nyx has indicated you possess a list of prophecies from the three fates. I've such a list upon Olympus here. It seems to be connected to your own, as several prophecies already are fulfilled. Isn't it such an honor to urge fate along?
you, I wanted to mention, it was odd how by every account you'd come quite close to breaking free from there at last of late, only to be abruptly cut off from our contact. I suppose having suffered some ill fate? Perhaps your realm's guardian, Cerberus, is even deadlier than reputed.
Embittered Demeter has reached you, hasn't she? She once was full of warmth, you know. But lately, as I understand, she is more prone to taking it away.
Hello, Tisiphone. I'm here on official business this time, Tisiphone, so stand aside. Although, I guess the whole point of this job is that you're meant to try to stop me anyway, isn't that right? For you, Lady Athena, without whom I would assuredly be lost.
This is an unexpected gesture, cousin. I do appreciate it, though please do not feel obliged. I offer you my friendship, not alone to be repaid.
Eurydice.
Make yourself at home.
Look, Eurydice, I promise not to bother you with this each time, but you should know your husband's shattered by what happened with the two of you. He's genuinely sorry, and he loves you very deeply still, I'm sure of it.
And what am I supposed to do with that, Your Royal Majesty?
I don't know yet. Though you know what? You shouldn't take my word for it. You should take his.
Don't think I'll be running into him anytime soon, from what I understand. But you're the Hades kid. You want to pull some strings on our behalf? Go right ahead, I guess. But I won't hold my breath. Even if I could.
Ah, so then the boatman Charon came through for us after all, did he? Whatever means we have to reach you, we'll employ.
It's downright chilly out here lately, cuz. We've Demeter to thank for that. Me, I try to stay out of her way. She doesn't think I'm a much help to her. Although, I'm sure she's warm to you, at least.
Well, short one, it seems I must attempt to maim you here so that the king and I might finally stop you at the gates.
You know, you hurt me with this short one business almost as much as with that axe. Why isn't Theseus short one? We're the same height.
No, the king is greater. He is the greatest king of Athens. What are you? A willful son of a fickle god. I am beneath your father's notice, and you are beneath the king's. Now fight me.
Place, mate.
I trust your ferry boatman Charon has no qualms about the freezing temperatures up here.
Why, here I am, young man, in such strange circumstances, I might add. Luckily, the boatman Charon is much easier to get a hold of than your father.
Oh, hi, father.
I must admit to something, boy. Achilles taught you reasonably well. I expected that if anyone could train you into martial competence, it would be him.
Though you didn't expect that one day I would end up using everything I learned from him against you.
I anticipate more than you know. But Achilles merely practiced against mortals. Now you practice against me. I shall see you back at home. Well done, boy.
Say hi to Hypnos for me. In the name of someone very sore right now. My weapons can grow even stronger now.
Having already seen the splendid cottage of Persephone sufficient times, the stubborn underworld prince nevertheless attempts to go there once again. Although his memory of it shall have to do.
Oh, damn it!
I'm back. Huh.
Mr. Hypnos, I wanted to check in with you again regarding the procession line that's right in front of you, right over there. It's moving pretty slow.
I know! Those shades, they just go on and on and on and on forever, blathering about this or that. I mean, Lord Hades, it's a wonder he can stand it, listening to them every day or night.
Well, it's just, I think you were supposed to keep things moving, so if they're taking too long, I guess maybe you could say something, or any bright ideas?
It's a toughie, Dusa, because I think it's important that the shades who wait their turn, why, that they get a chance to say their piece. But it's a real tricky situation you bring up, so let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I am going to sleep on it, and then get back to you.
Okay, well, if you don't, though, I'll check in with you again later, I guess. Because I'm under orders, so, bye.
Goodbye.
Zagreus.
Were you able to make it to my cottage on the surface, Zagreus? I hope my lavender patches are doing all right.
I couldn't make it all the way there, Mother. It's like, without your presence on the surface, I'm unable to hang on for very long at all.
Ah, I was afraid of that. Well, don't despair. I placed a charm upon my seedlings there that ought to keep them flourishing well on their own. Your duty now is simply to escape. You keep it up.
I will. Thank you, Mother. Father, all this stuff with the Olympians, will you just tell me what's going on for once? How did Mother come to join you here? What's your problem with Uncle Zeus?
I thought she already told you. Come with me, now. Swear to me that you shall never repeat what you are about to hear. Swear it.
All right, I swear. I swear in your own name I'll keep what you're about to say between us. So?
So, you had it mostly right before. After I inherited the underworld, your Uncle Zeus felt sympathy for me, he says. Your mother, he knew she was unhappy on Olympus, and he knew I was drawn to her. So what did he do? He brought her here, gave her to me as a gift.
You weren't expecting a gift like that. But she didn't want to return to Olympus, and you liked her, so you didn't send her away. And you were angry with Zeus for putting you in that position. Cut ties with him.
Yes! The blasted fool with all his flights of fancy. He does whatever he wants. He could have achieved a similar outcome in a limitless number of reasonable ways, rather the result of what was tantamount to kidnapping, even if she wanted to leave.
And now if Demeter and the others found all this out, you and Mother, even Zeus, would be in a bad spot, wouldn't he? He must have a temper on him to match yours.
You know nothing of tempers if mine is your frame of reference, Zagreus. Now enough of this. You know the rest. Remember your oath.
I will. Take care, Father.
I must confess something to you, my friend. My mind still wanders to Eurydice quite often, and my memories of her, despite my best attempts to move along with my existence here. I would call it a fatal flaw, except I am already dead.
Don't torture yourself, mate. You've been through enough, as has she. You still care for one another, just don't have a way to get the point across. But I have an idea.
I too once had ideas, Zagreus. Ideas and inspirations. It was so very wonderful to have a muse.
I know. Prices are a little steep there, I must say. Contractor, I have another job. Perhaps my chambers will look even better with these blades ominously displayed on either side. Here's the fee. There's not much on the menu in the lounge, but maybe this will help. Thanatos, the world outside, didn't you say that it would make you sick being out there for very long at all? I understand now what you meant by that. Beautiful place and all, but it's good to be back.
See what I mean now, Zag? Nice place to visit on occasion, sure. But I definitely wouldn't want to live there.
Couldn't if I tried. This one's for you, Three Fates. I can be more. There.
Boyo?
That lucky tooth you gave me, Skelly. First off, thanks again. And secondly, is this even yours? Had a run-in with Hermes who got me thinking.
What? You gonna believe everything that Gabby guy tells you now, Boyo? He doesn't know a thing about me.
Never said he did. Though since you let on, what's your relationship to him? Working for him?
No! Nope, definitely not working for him. Closer to a peer relationship. Well, other than the fact that he's a god and I'm just... Well, what you see is what you get with me, pal. Hey, you won't tell anyone, will you? I'm just here to help, I swear.
Fine. Maybe.